One. Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com. Missouri Sports Network, where everyone has a home field advantage. Going to go up north a little bit here as we talk a little bit more on our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week, and two state record holders are sitting in front of you right now on camera. If you're watching this, along with head coach Ryan Shroyer from the Fighting Irish at Lafayette St. Joseph. And Coach Shroyer, I appreciate you setting this up on such short notice, and congratulations.
Thanks for having us, Guy. I appreciate it. We're glad to be on the show.
You look back at that game and the records that were set. First off, you've got Jaron Saunders throws for 684 yards, and Kingston Oliver 398 yards receiving. Coaches, and you don't keep stats, you're not looking at it, but were you aware that, hey, they've got to be approaching some huge milestones here during this game with Atchison, Kansas?
I knew we were having a big game, with a lot of big plays, yardage wise, but I didn't know or think it was going to be close. I knew it was going to be really good. And once we added it up about a million times and got the final numbers, it's pretty mind blowing actually. But these two guys did a great job along with the other 9 that were on the field. And team effort wise, we did a fantastic job, and it's a lot of fun. And that's something that, that nobody can ever take away from these guys.
Well, you got to have an offensive line that's giving you time to throw, and allowing Jaron to get into the routes and the reads and things like that. And Kingston to be able to get in, deep down the field. So obviously it was a team effort, and these two guys reaped the rewards.
Yes, they did. And, they're in the spotlight, but they've been grateful. They've thanked their team, their offensive line, the other receivers running hard routes, and the coaches, and they did a fantastic job handling the spotlight.
Going into this game with Atchison, Kansas, did you have a game plan that was kind of set up around passing? Are you guys, we've got teams down here in Southwest Missouri like Camdenton and Glendale that just throw it almost every down. Is typically is that what you guys do there with the Irish?
Yeah, we have a quarterback that can sling it, and we have multiple guys that can run around and catch it. So we try to air it out, and we try to call plays according to what we have, and that right now that's the talent that we have. So rushing wise, the numbers weren't there, but we were able to stop them a lot. But they had a really good punter, so they kick it down the field, and that helped rack up the yardage. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this is not a turbo clock game. I mean, this is a competitive football game where you guys needed almost every one of those points and touchdowns and yards. This isn't something where you beat a team 100-0. This was a competitive contest.
Absolutely. We started off a little rocky, but our offense was there to save us. And Coach Jason Guthrie is my offensive coordinator, and he does a fantastic job putting these guys in positions to be successful. And so I'm glad to have Coach Gut.
And again, we're visiting with head coach at Lafayette St. Joseph, home of the Fighting Irish, Ryan Shroyer, and on the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Male Athletes of the Week here segment, brought to you by the Missouri State Highway Patrol, reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Coach, just for the viewers and the listeners, kind of give them an idea of your background, how long you've been at Lafayette St. Joe, where you cut your teeth at, and how did you arrive at Lafayette St. Joe?
Sure. I graduated here actually in 2009 and was able to start coaching real early. So I started coaching in college in 2012. And then I stayed here and worked and coached until 2018 and got my first PE job what I went to school for in polo. And then this opportunity came back, and I was blessed enough to be the head football coach of this team this year.
Outstanding. Well, now let's go to our athletes of the week, and we'll start off with Jaron Sanders. Or is it Saunders?
Yes, it's Saunders.
Saunders. My apologies. Jaron, talk about, from your standpoint, did you have any idea of the numbers that you were starting to pile up? You had to have known you had a big day. Having played quarterback, when you got a big day, but did you ever imagine it would be this big?
I did not. On the sideline towards the end, we were kind of joking around because my quarterback coach all growing up, he has the Lafayette record here. So we were joking about me breaking his record and seeing if I was going to be close. And we were joking around saying I was close to like 400 and stuff like that, which his record was like 500 something, I think. So I had no idea. And when I found out the news, I was really shocked.
Well, his record, I believe, was 531. So you broke that by 153 yards. So it wasn't even close. You probably broke that in the third quarter. So how did he react to it once he figured out that you had broke his record?
He kind of joked with me and said that he could still beat me in a throw off. So we tried to get KQ2 to kind of mess around and get a little film on that, but it didn't go through.
Now, and obviously with Kingston having Kingston Oliver's next to you, he had a huge game as well. Kingston, did you realize that you were approaching the numbers that you had almost 400 yards receiving at 398?
No, I didn't realize it either. Like Jaron said, we were just joking around talking about records and stuff. And I was like, man, I'm probably close to a state record. I kind of joked about it. And then, when I found the news that I broke the record, I was actually like shocked. Like it was very emotional because like that's something that not a lot of people get to do. Last time the record was broken, I think it was 2016 and 2017. So it was a big moment.
So did you find out that night that you had broken the record, or was it the next day?
So we played Friday. It was on Sunday when I actually found out that I broke the record.
Well, you had all those chip counters going in and making sure. I mean, they're counting every yard,
Yeah.
so it probably takes them a long time, to break this film down.
Yeah, and they had to count it like Coach Shroyer said. They had to count it multiple times and make sure it all added up correctly. I even counted it myself, and I had myself at 390, so I had 8 more yards that I didn't count.
So okay, well, you still would have held the record.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah. Going into this contest, and are you guys the same age? Are you both juniors or seniors?
Yeah, we're both seniors.
Both seniors. So this is an opportunity that you guys have had. Have you guys been on the team? Have you obviously you've had some success? Have you hooked up in previous years?
Yeah, we've been playing together since about 4th, 5th grade. So this senior class has been together, having those bonding moments. We're all built as one right now because we've all been playing since we were all, like I said, in like 5th grade. So we all have that great bonding, that great teamship, like team bonding stuff with each other. And it really helps us out a lot. So we all know each other. We know each other's skill. We know how each other plays, their attitude. So that helps me out a lot with the line, knowing how to talk to them. With the receivers, I can talk to all of them too. And I know how to dissect each person. So if I know I can get kind of more mad at him because he can take it better. If I'm going bad, he can get on to me. So we all have that great leadership role when we can take criticism and give it.
Yeah, and that's an outstanding position to be in. You've got, everyone has a blind spot, something that they can't see in their own game that they're doing or not doing, but maybe that guy next to you, he sees your blind spot and he can help you out with that. And it's always good to be able to go to someone and ask for some advice or try and find out what's going on. All right, back to Kingston. Kingston, do you have, and you don't have to tell me what it is, but as a quarterback, I would come in the huddle and call a play, and I always had 1 or 2 wide receivers that, hey, that's not my play. Call my play. Do you have a favorite play that when it gets called in the huddle, your eyes kind of light up and you think, hey, I might be able to do something with this?
Yeah, I got a few. I like running deep, so I like close corner routes. That's probably my favorite route, and I like crossing routes too as well because I get big yardage from those.
Yeah. How about yourself, Jaron? Do you have a favorite play when you see it signaled in or come to the huddle?
I like all of our plays, really. Anything that gets the ball in my hands to get to the receivers or running backs to let them go make the big plays. Our O-line does a great job protecting me on pass routes and getting downfield on blocking and stuff with run game. So any play that they signal in, I have faith that it's going to work and we can get a big gain or a big play touchdown even off of it.
Now, coming into this week, you're at Benton, I believe. What are you doing to kind of get prepared for that game? And with this new fame, I mean, obviously they're going to have to prepare for both of you. What are you doing to kind of get prepared for them?
We actually played Benton this past Friday.
I'm sorry, Savannah. You've got Savannah at home. My apologies.
Yeah.
What are you doing to get ready for them?
Benton, they dropped a lot of guys on us, obviously. So we had to find some other ways to get the ball to us, and it was a closer game. So I feel like coming into this week, I feel like Savannah probably gonna stick with that same game plan since it kind of slowed us down a little bit. But we still did what we had to do and got the W. So I feel like Savannah's probably gonna try to slow us, drop a lot of guys in the coverage and slow me down, slow the rest of our receivers down, and slow Jaron down ultimately.
And up in that area, and folks from, Southwest Missouri and from around the state that'll be watching, do you guys have like a rivalry? Are there games like I go through games, when I get the football preview or I go through the website, whatnot, I mark games. Hey, that's going to be a good game. I want to be at that. Do you find yourself doing that as a player, looking forward to, hey, I can't wait to play this game. I know someone on the other team, or it's a rivalry, and not a mean rivalry, but just someone that you really enjoy playing.
Yeah, it's our weeks 3, 4, and 5 this year. So it's our crosstown rivals week 3 and 5. So we had Benton last week. That's our North End versus South Side rival game. That's always a big game to play in. And this game this week, Savannah, is a big game for us too. Last year we played them week 4, lost to them by 1 or 2. Can't really remember. And then played them again in districts for first round of districts. We ended up sending them home. So this game's going to be the revenge game for them. And we're looking out to coming out, putting on a show for the North Side. And then next week is Central. That's always one of the biggest games in the area if we get to play them that year. So those 3 teams always give us their best game, and we always look forward to it because they know that we kind of feel like we're sometimes a team to beat in the area. So we know everybody's going to give us their best shot. So we're always excited for those big games.
Outstanding. Well, gentlemen, once again, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks and Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named week 2 male athletes of the week. And hopefully we'll get to visit again. And hey, go out and break that record. Go out and break your own records. All right.
Thank you very much.
You bet. And Coach Ryan Shroyer still alongside there. And Coach Shroyer, I really appreciate you helping get this set up. I know it was short notice, and these guys have got college classes they've got to go and study for. But I really appreciate you getting this set up here for the Missouri Sports Network.
Thanks for having us, guys. These guys deserve the attention.
Hey, you bet. Gentlemen, again, congratulations. Coach, thank you so much for setting it up, and we'll be back here on the Missouri Sports Network.